Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And got a good one for you today. We're going to go through the canals of Naples and look at the pretty sights and pretty morning out here. Beautiful weather. And I have a question. And the question is, do you believe any of this? Anything. Anything that we're being told right now in regards to the banking system. Anything. Because I don't believe any of it. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold Group, which I'll talk about a little bit later. First things first, guys. Okay, the Fed just issued a statement over the weekend that there's nothing to worry about with the banking system, and we're not going to see any more bank failures, and everything's secure right now. Okay, thanks, Jerome. The only problem with that is that First Republic goes down for the count. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean that. I just meant that everything else is good. Okay, guys, third largest bank to fail. Okay, think about this. We're being told that everything's great. Now, who's the suitor? Jamie Dimon. Okay, I've made many jokes about Mr. Dimon over the last year and a half about him. And he had a press conference, okay, and graced us with our presence. And remember, he could run for president. That's funny, okay? So Jamie Dimon steps forward and says there's nothing to worry about. The problem is behind us, okay? Which again, do you believe that? Do you believe this? Do you believe that the banking problem is behind us? Okay? No. Nobody believes that. Now, here's the thing. Bear Stearns was purchased by Jamie Dimon, okay? Washington Mutual was purchased by Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan, okay? But I have had people write me, I had old colleagues write me and say, he's the first employee to ever work at a company to make $1 billion. Great, okay, fantastic. Not just from stock, because of what he did for the company, how he improved the business as a whole. Okay. This guy is sitting there telling us how great the banking system is and that the problem is behind us. Let me give you guys a little bit of some news that's going to kind of alarm him. Do you know that no institution is allowed to control more than 10% of the deposits in the United States until yesterday when they took that bank over? Oh, we're going to waive that for Chase. Okay, does that concern you? Do you believe this? Do you believe that this is okay? No. This is not okay. This is an absolute sham, okay, and a joke and a complete fraud to have us believe that everything's okay. Now, Jamie Dimon sat there and said, the worst is behind us. We've solved the problem. The last 8 weeks have been bad. Well, no. Remember, 2 weeks ago, everything was great with this guy when it came to banking. No problem. And he wasn't interested in the bank. Well, they got paid so much money to take this bank over. The incentives were so good that, basically free coupons for lunch and, Arby's half off, that's basically how they enticed this guy and gave him the moon. Now, here's the worst part about this. Think about what I'm telling you. First Republic's loans that they owe, okay, the money First Republic owes, Jamie Dimon's not responsible for. Well, who's going to collect that money? Okay, if you are a creditor of First Republic, you should be freaking out right now. You should be on top of the mountaintop screaming that you're not going to get paid, because you're not going to get paid. And Jamie Dimon's going to take care of the deposits, everything else, but its obligations and its finance and the bills that it owes, not going to be paid by Jamie Dimon. That is wild. But as taxpayers, we're going to be stuck with this. These houses are really nice down here. This guy's got kind of a koi pond, little fish pond in front of his house, a little fountain and stuff. Just beautiful. But once again, not to worry. Not to worry. Now, to go along with this, the Fed's going to have their meeting this week, and they're talking about how, they're going to raise things 1/4 point, and it's been baked into everything right now. So interest rates are going to go up 1/4%. Great. Okay? Do you care? But don't worry about it. Real estate's fine. Commercial real estate's fine. There's nothing to worry about. Nobody owes anybody anything. Okay? So think about this. Three heavyweights step forward and say, hey, we've got a concern. Okay? David Rosenberg. Okay? He steps forward and says, yeah, we got a real problem with commercial real estate. This is going to come due, and we're going to have a complete failure when it comes to commercial real estate, and people need to prepare themselves for a banking shutdown and a banking failure and problems with this. Okay, read the article below. Now, the other thing, Jeremy Siegel, he's in the article too. And yeah, I think that things could get worse right now. And my favorite is we could have a recession in 6 months. Remember that. I did that video like a month and a half ago. Hey, why is it the recession is always going to be in 6 months? Okay, it's not today. The recession that we're in today is not happening right now. What's going to be going on in 6 months from now, guys, is going to be much, much worse. And then Jeremy Siegel is the Wharton professor, by the way, who's a great guy, heavyweight, smart, everything. But again, you throw him in. The third one is Mohammed Al-Arian, and he's sitting there saying, wait a second, we do have a real problem with this. We have a problem with all the commercial real estate, all the loans. The banking problem is not going to get solved. And Jamie Dimon said something in his little press conference that was kind of like washed away, that nobody thought about, was, we have an issue with real estate, and if it gets worse, that could be the wild card. And I'm paraphrasing, by the way. That could be the wild card that we just don't know. We'll have to see how real estate turns out. Guys, it's gonna be bad. Real estate is going to be bad. You're not gonna see it up around everywhere. Okay, it's crazy. What's the number 2 most popular place that people go to right now to move to still? Which I was shocked when I got this article sent to me. Las Vegas. It's the number 2 place in the country that people are moving to right now. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Isn't this beautiful? All these houses have these docks and kind of a Venice style feel to it. But man, oh man, oh man. Well, everything's great. Don't worry about it. Real estate, it could be the wild card, okay? Jamie Dimon, I mean, come on. They're laughing right now. Again, time to use profanity, it's right now, this instant. He is laughing his A off right now, okay? And the problem with it is that he doesn't have to assume any of their obligations. Who is the company? Who's going to collect on those debts from First Republic? Let me ask that. Oh, it'll be worked out, Dan. You don't understand banking. Okay. CVS, you guys have heard of them. Well, they have a smaller competitor, Walgreens. Walgreens and CVS are the 2 heavyweights. The next one is a place called Rite Aid, which is a boat coming by, little Duffy boat. That's an electric boat, really fun, quiet. You can rent those here, Newport Beach, places like that. But a lot of people own those because of the maintenance and stuff on them. Very easy to operate, and they don't go too fast. So Rite Aid closing hundreds of stores right now for lack of sales. And once again, it's hurting the poorest communities when they do this. It's not the rich communities, it's always the poorest communities and the elderly when things like that happen. So what do you guys think about this? What do you think about First Republic going to be a Chase Bank now? Okay. Oh, it's going to be wonderful, Dan. It's going to be so fantastic. Okay. Thanks for sharing. So I'm going to walk across the street and try not to get hit as I go down, but let me show you guys this real quick. Isn't this beautiful? But they got these sidewalks that go through all this, and you got the stairs and all this stuff. Just a really cool spot to hang out, and when the weather's like this, when it's nice. So I can't stand arrogance, pretentiousness, and what were you thinking? You think there's a problem? Why would there be a problem? Don't you think we would handle a problem like this? No, you don't. You would tell us after the fact. Remember, the recession's going to be in 6 months. The one that we're feeling, all the layoffs that we're feeling. Here's the thing. There have been 70 70 major bankruptcies in 2023 already. In the first 3 months of the year, first 4 months of the year, 70 major bankruptcies. Think about this, guys. The year is 1/3 done. I won't bore you with all the bankruptcies and stuff. The list is below, but great breakdown on this. And this is the concern, is that business is tightening up right now. The people, somebody wrote me and said, wow, Dan, we own an industrial manufacturing facility. We have no business, none. We've been doing this for 26 years and we've got no business, but we took your advice and we've been scooping up equipment, buying saws, buying drills, buying components, excess metal, everything we can for when things come back. And they're stealing it right now. They're getting things for pennies on the dollar, hundreds of dollars for things that cost tens of thousands of dollars. Okay? Brilliant. Bravo. But no business, waiting. Now, we saved a bunch of money, Dan, because they don't live, with expensive car payments, expensive house payments, but that's what they're dealing with right now. So let me know so far what you guys think about this. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Experts are saying that this is not going to be different than 2008. It's going to be much worse than 2008. With the interest rates influx, with the de-dollarization of the dollar, with central banks buying so much gold, you need to take a look at this. And the best thing you can do is call Patriot Gold at 888-330-1431 today and find out how you can get an IRA or 401k that's free for life from them to help with your retirement. Get a metals-backed IRA or 401k. Do what so many people have done from the channel and take advantage of this and call them today. But think about this. Wall Street Journal has said that people need to be proactive right now. The best thing you can do is call them. They're the #1 rated IRA and 401k through Consumer Affairs for 7 years now. Call them today, 888-330-1431. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. And again, guys, do something different. Take matters into your own hands. Get a metals-backed IRA or 401k. And look, Bank of America has stepped forward and said that gold could go as high as $2,500 an ounce. You don't want to miss out on this. Do it before it's too late. Call them at 888-330-1431 today. There's a bunch of stuff in the news right now. First thing, multiple surveys from different sources in regards to the nursing industry and the profession as a whole. Man, oh man, just a few years back, 8-10 years ago, you had all these different colleges that would say, hey, do you want to get into nursing? Do you want a profession that pays well? When you're done at the end of the week, you get benefits, you get money. Come to our nursing school. Not only have those nursing schools dried up during the last 3 years, but the nursing profession as a whole, 1/3 of all nurses are done. Sick of it. Sick of being underpaid, underappreciated. What was once a celebrated profession and something you need to get into for male and females, okay, is now something that they're just tired of it. Tired of doing all the extra work, extra patience, and not hearing the word thank you, which I guess is 2 words, but not hearing that. Couple of Amazon stories. Amazon is trying to entice people with a credit card and offering different credit incentives in the coming months. And that's the one thing I'm always telling people, they have travel incentives and things like that they're doing right now and trying to get people to use the Amazon card for travel discounts and things like that. If you have a discount card or anything like that, it behooves you to use the points and things like that, but don't just go out and get a travel card if you're never going to use it. Okay? I mean, that's what, one thing I've learned is, I've got all these miles. You never go anywhere. Okay? So there's that. And then Laura sent me a great Amazon story. Did you guys know that Amazon has a pharmacy? Amazon's in the pharmacy business now. Okay? So there's that. Oh, there's people renting little kayaks and going between the canal. Kind of cool, kind of fun. But Amazon pharmacy. Now, have we had drugs delivered, via mail and via messenger and things like that? Absolutely. A friend of mine, two friends actually, did the job where they worked for pharmacies and delivered drugs at night to people that were sick and shut-ins and things like that. And they made extra money doing that, kind of like Uber, kind of like DoorDash and things like that. And there was just an abundance of people. You have to be, a solid citizen to get that job, because God knows what you're going to be delivering in those packages. But once again, there's that. So, share your thoughts on this stuff so far. And it's a beautiful day. But let me know what you're thinking about all this stuff right now. It's crazy how we hear all these different stories and we're not supposed to react to it. Next one is, I like this, A Tale of Two Home Builders, D.R. Horton and Pulte Homes. Well, they're both struggling in a sense. They're trying not to say that they are. The cancellation rates were sky high last year. D.R. Horton had, I believe, 30%, and Pulte had, I believe, 28%. And now D.R. Horton's down to 18%, and Pulte is down to like about 13% cancellation rates right now. Still, inventory, completion, delays on construction, and hey, we've got good news. Interest rates are going to be right at 7%. They've stabilized, okay? They've stabilized at a level that is over 2 times what people were paying for just a short period of time ago. So once again, the article below didn't talk about inventory that was unfinished. That's the kiss of death that nobody wants to mention. If you guys have those figures, you know what Lennar's got, unfinished homes sitting on the books. That's a great figure to get. D.R. Horton, Pulte, all that stuff. Nothing to worry about. Do you believe any of this, guys? Remember that. Okay? Share your thoughts on this stuff so far. All this talk about artificial intelligence lately has led to this. And Dr. Jeffrey Hinton, who is the godfather of AI, they say, okay? He worked at Google forever, and he just stepped down. He says he regrets what he did to mankind. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is I'm walking through Naples. They've got these, handmade posters up here where people's mail was stolen. And this culprit came back twice. They got him on the security cameras. But once again, guys, if you don't have a locked mailbox, they can get in. They had stole thousands of dollars worth of stuff, not once, but twice from these people. Why did the guy come back at 2 o'clock in the morning? Because he could get it. Okay? Lock your mailbox. So they've got pictures of the guy, but isn't it great? The degenerate came back a second time. So protect yourself. There are robbers out there that are robbing Sam's Clubs and Walmarts, to where they figured out who these people are. They robbed 57 Walmarts and Sam's Clubs in the New Jersey area, 3 states. Okay? Wow, that's a concern. Multiple criminal acts, and nobody's arrested yet. So absolutely shocking right now. Now you're going to hear more and more of things like this. Have you guys ever heard of Lordstown Motors? Because I hadn't. They're an EV car company. The stock just dropped a ton, and suppliers are saying that they're near bankruptcy. Stellar. Let's go get one of those right now. I am telling you guys, this is reminiscent of the 20s, when you had all those car companies that were out there making cars that were better deals and going to be the future, and people are stuck with things they can't get parts for. Mississippi just announced that they repealed the sales tax on gold, which is very cool. So you can buy gold in Mississippi and not pay sales tax on it, which is nice. But these EV car situation is going to be more and more. You're going to have states that are going to repeal different things, and you've got Texas that just stepped forward and says they want to put a tax on every EV car of $200 on the registration. Okay? Whether that will happen or not is going to be fascinating, but when does it end? So for everybody that's for this stuff, there's always people that are against it, but you have to worry about these companies going bankrupt left and right now. That's the problem. Rivian's stock is down a ton right now, and I was, near the district in Irvine, and had to look at my phone to look at the map as to where I was going next. And oh wow, there's the Rivian location. It has all those people there that aren't getting laid off. So stock's down an absolute ton right now. They're laying people off, and they're canceling. People are canceling orders. But again, they're talking about how their suppliers need to step in and help them with funding to continue ongoing operation. Man, oh man, that's the kiss of death right now. So, hey, we need money to continue this operation. So just a matter of time until this, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if Rivian makes it through this over the course of the next 6 months. The insurance problem is only getting worse. Kemper, that's the company that's not writing commercial policies as of this week. Okay, as of May 1st, they stopped writing commercial policies and are going to hold off to see the market conditions. Okay, Costco is not writing any auto policies or commercial policies in California right now. I've had multiple people send me this, and they're saying California is the worst economy to write policies. Really? What's the catastrophe? Rain? Is that it? Okay. So this is getting worse. Take a look at the Costco notice. This is getting worse. Richard sent me his HOA letter. He told me about how bad it was, and I was like, oh, that's terrible. Send it to me. His association is in Santa Ana, California. Last year, the entire premium for the complex was $33,000 for the entire complex. This year, it went from $33,000 to $286,000 because of how bad California is to write the policy. In fact, the original insurance company canceled the condo HOA, and now they have to get new insurance. This is criminal, guys. Okay, what watchdog group is out there handling this? But this is happening around the country, okay? So they got hit with another assessment, big association. Oh, by the way, your dues are normally $195 a month. You're going to pay an additional $43 a month, whether you like it or not. That's what the new assessment's going to be. And we're going to ACH you for those of you that we have your checking information on. Wow. Okay? So check out your insurance, guys. Make sure you have, insurance coverage right now. Talk to your insurance carrier. Make sure you have the payments up to date. Make sure you know what they're going to cover and what they're not going to cover. You get a letter from your insurance company right now, open it right now, because the fact that California had an excessive rain, and what they did with Richard was they said, hey, because of all the water damage, well, the association should be sued for that. Understand this. It's not, hey, we had water damage because of excess rain. Their job and what you pay your dues for is maintenance on the facility. No, it's not your fault that the place is damaged. The HOA needs to maintain this, and somebody needs to get a a lawyer and deal with that. So kind of breezy down this way, so I'm gonna go back. Isn't that nice though? Walk out here. Let me show you guys just this spot. Isn't that beautiful? Nice walkway all the way around. It's just too breezy right now to go do that. So look at the age of this place. On the corner. I mean, is this like 1960s or what? Look at this house. It's crazy. But this is their backyard. John sent me a letter about his American Express credit card. Hi, we cut you off. John's got a 750 credit score, okay? And John was furious about this because he rarely uses the card, pays things off, and sorry, we're going to cut you off. This is the clampdown of banking. This is what they're going to do to all of us right now. And it's terrible, okay? Absolutely terrible. Sandy sent me a great letter about how she runs a catering company and that times they're a-changing. And, think about this right now, guys. This is the season for parties. This is the season for graduations, wedding, you have different parties that happen, anniversary parties, quinceañeras, all that stuff that happen. And the catering business is always huge right now. People are canceling contracts and canceling catering orders left and right now. Okay? Oh, they just want to save money, Dan. They're going to do it themselves. No. People don't have the money right now. I'm telling you, you think that these brides want to cancel, a reception? You're kidding yourself. A bride planning her wedding is tougher than, John Wick with 20 guys. I mean, it's crazy. So to sit there and to compare this to anything other than how bad it is crazy. The economy has taken a huge hit. And she explained to me in great detail what they're experiencing. But the biggest problem right now is the cancellations. The biggest problem is that this is the season. This is home selling season right now, guys. It's when people buy houses right now. Before summer, okay? This is when they do it. Oh, things shift, Dan. Things change. People's needs change. Maybe Sandy doesn't have a good catering company. Nonsense. Sandy's been doing it forever. But Sandy's talking to other colleagues, bigger, smaller, sent great detailed letter about this. Just didn't want me to use her name or her business name. But it's disturbing right now because this is what's happening right now. Is people are cutting back like we've never seen before. And if you don't think that, you're kidding yourself. You're absolutely kidding yourself. A guy wrote me and said, I counted how many times you sighed in a video, and he had like 26 sighs in a video, or where I say in a video. Okay, counted those too. How many times I use the word great? He counted that. And anyways, counted those too. And I realized that he had nothing to do with his life. So it's funny, got commercials, I got TV, I got all this stuff coming, and you shoot, a 30-minute video. Isn't it great? Share your thoughts, guys. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And the first one is layoffs. Layoffs are happening all the time. And now what's great is you're getting all these different sites. Who's keeping track of the layoffs? I found a great article that's got a link to all the different layoffs if that interests you. Who's getting laid off in America? Check out here. So that's below. McDonald's is having a huge problem right now because inflation has taken over. You can only shrink the patty so much, you can only charge so much, but people are starting to balk at buying the Big Mac. And McNuggets are up high, and they've tried to make certain things a deal by having the 2 for $4.99 or $3.99 deal, and people are upset about this. So, I mean, over $10 for a combo is kind of crazy right now with McDonald's. And the final thing, remember, everything is great in the economy. There's not a thing to worry about. Honolulu hotels. There are a ton of Honolulu hotels that have gone on the market because people are not going to Honolulu. Now, my experience, guys, is that now, it's one thing because I live, within miles of all these different beach communities. And hey, where would you go? I wouldn't be Honolulu. Honolulu is like LA with a beach and very expensive prices. I never understood the fascination. I was there once and I hated every second of it. Only because a really good friend of mine was in the military and we were there, and I thought it was awful. Just thought it was LA with sand. Okay, so if that describes it for you. But all these hotels are secretly selling because people are not booking their Honolulu, Hawaii trips right now. So what did we learn today? Okay, do you believe any of this? Anyways, the rich get richer, guys. That's what the moral of all this is. And check out your insurance. But it's going to be interesting to see who else stops writing policies and saying that it's we had so much rain that we have to raise prices here in California. It's ridiculous. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget we have an email list. Always check out our sponsors. It's 60 seconds out of your life, guys. And I don't do it every day. Okay. But they're always great companies. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. The details for Christmas in May are coming out. We got some great stuff that people have already started to send in. If you want to be part of that and you want to sponsor the event, send a note sponsorship for Christmas in May to hello@iAllegedly. I will see you guys very soon.